Hello, welcome to the stream. We are back and we are doing some more Final Fantasy today. I just need to double check that a setting has triggered properly, so bear with me. It hasn't. Amazing. Right. We are there and ready to go. Let us do a quick. Bear with me. We will jump in just a second. Need to find something and sort cute. Don't mind that. Bear with me. I'm getting there. Right, that one, that window. Right, good to go. So, I won't need to mute my Discord because it should only be taking the game capture audio. So I will be attempting to get Wednesday's video and today's video slapped together for YouTube, just so that we can. So then it's just one big VOD. All we really managed to do yesterday was Brave Flocks and the wine section. We didn't get to Titan, so we should be looking at that today. Let me check my reputation. Ooh. Okay. Yes, I don't really have another mount because the only one that gets a mount at level 30 is the Conjurer. I have to know what you Paladin. God, he looks ridiculous. The prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring? Is that 7 hells, a 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Ardbert. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin. And we got a little cutie. You have the look of a man who has been to the 7th hell and back. But that a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honour, and this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Lady Ishtola, Sir White. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, he must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would send you running to the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Ardbert has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him. Aye, that's fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be god-slayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, he swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. Send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Ardbert with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure, but tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? He's a brave one, that much is certain. He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life. His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Ardbert, however, a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Psh! Wily Uplander is talented plans maker, tricksy foe for a mighty rock man. I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We, the 5 of the company of heroes, hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Ardbert White, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Head nods from everyone, and head nod from me. With the formalities out the way, let the festivities begin. Summon dancers, pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Ardbert White, Titan's Bane. Ardbert White, Titan's Bane! Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. It's everything I went and got. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa Laminza Eorzea or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone. Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty thing. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to his rescue this time. Ah, but you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landeno sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Ardbert, but this one is more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with the fortitude to rival the Earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. We still haven't actually heard any kind of plan to beat him. You are kind to indulge them, Ardbert. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. For they have all but pronounced you the victor. The big battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak to him again. Light enough, Stola. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in the Upper Lanosia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your lap. There, give me your lap. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. And we've got the speed upgrade. I think. They certainly have. Yeah. To Upper Lanosia we go. Do. Oh, we do need to do face now. I forgot the reset happened. Yeah, do it. We didn't mean to do that. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, because I ain't explained himself twice. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman netherite sea. Eh? What's that look for? Not familiar with them. He speaks of an unamplified etherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such etherites and those which you have to use on countless occasions, Albert. Ah, well, if it ain't the Shalayan lass. Welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to wait your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Okomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ah, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, the Gomeru mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be right a pain in the arse if you didn't have an internet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there was a netherite shard in the depths of Ogomoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the live stream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Shalayan bloke help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. Don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Shalayan scholar worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beating in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the otherites in question happened to be... Ah, yes. But in order to guide a traveller to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend upon whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. I have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at that etherite? Ain't far, ma, but there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Naught ye can handle, mind. Dude, I need one of these for something? No? Okay, maybe not. I swear I needed it for one of mine. No, I think I needed it for one of my other ones. Do it for this one because it's not needed. Nice. So this is the other right the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is Papalino speculated. In its present state, this otherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Ardbert. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the otherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Head nod. Now, let us see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. The navel, now accessible. Let's see if we can't get back to the camp before it pops. Now we wait for the queue to pop. Thank you. Look, an Overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. He uses our other rights against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held accountable for breaking the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa Minzer and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great father, Lord of the Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. O great father, Lord of the Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. It's Big Chungus! He is come, the Lord of Crag's Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth thee ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless Overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. Angry boy. The Lord of Crags, they found the Titan has fallen. And we have another crystal. The crimes of the Overdweller shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never. It was your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our land. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths, we shall defy you. Deny, decry, deny. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wide, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven, yet we do not know his true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Titan. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in a blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea given but a while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Far through have you come. Your work is far from done. And naught remained to mark his passing. Well, the Asians are nothing if not elusive. It is a little wonder they would cast advanced teleportation and magic. Yeah. It is a little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. But that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you have the matter quite well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Etherite in Selma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Head nod. Da 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 da. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Artbird. Once again, I commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. It is good to see you, Private White. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Until next time, Private. Ardbert, this is Minfilia. Stoller has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogomoro unscathed, while Tataru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. You are currently... Yes. And then I need 4,000. How many do we get for... 3,000. Hmm. Someone dressed up in Minfilia garb there. What's everyone doing outside of here? Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's really not good. It's worse than that. But judge him. This one is glad. Walking one is safe. Flashback time.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Or she ruthless.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
Oh!
No!
conditions of surrender. Denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking one Minfilia asked this one too. In case walking one returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Thanalan, walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Minfilia from Imperial ones. Or give this one save. To Drybone we go. Wondering why the camera is so far up my backside. There's a rock behind me. Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. Well, I've already told you everything. They're dead. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Guardians? Not. And let's pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meet. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquise, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak to Marquise. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquis is a survivor of the Battle of Carcano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll on his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would have surely perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Albert. Do you understand? Yes, father. Oh, you know that face? Excuse me, Albert. Do you have a moment? Concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead and obtain a ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nosed pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. That blew up straight away into my ear. I was not expecting the song to just go straight away. A ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nosed pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Have you the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please, wait here a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensations that stir within me remain a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Albert. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elenid. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good day to you, sir. Have you come to pay respects to this man? Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand its cities are filled with them all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades. This goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. I recognize you now, Albert. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades here are presently being moved from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. You wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Just so you're aware, yeah, you can't skip this. You have to do it. You have to shove the bodies into a caravan. Eh? You don't look like one of them church fellas, not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them. They're off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside to see the carnage yourself. It was the stuff of nightmares, to tell you. God's damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folk, but I'm sure as hells don't want to know. And the sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some folk are starting to return. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch, toss them in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. The pair of them need a slap in the face. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them, thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesta Bay arrived not long ago. We have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many death came quick. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect. Do everything we can to shepherd them to Thul's realm. Although we can perform rites for most of the Scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given in the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Goraxia, but this one does not understand. Kamuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Meraxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Meraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Meraxia. Meraxia went to Fanaland at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Meraxia at the end. Tell this one that Meraxia was brave. Tell this one that Meraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Meraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Meraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. We thank you for your service to the Church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that, in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the lit yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please, take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Ardbert. I'm not imagining it, Ardbert. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me? Please. It will only take a moment. I wonder who's waiting here. It appears to have been an Imperial. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could ask him. I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend, that such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
Hear me, Sid. Eorzea needs you.
Where do you think you're going, mate?
Sid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
who are you?
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Coerthas as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
This Mayans has no idea what is going on.
They need my airship. They need me.
I still don't know what is going on. What curious death of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the great final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity. Much like the Great Gabul of Uldar, it states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Coerthas. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over the Fulgard float. The closest settlement to Coerthas, mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray, look after yourself and Sid, Albert. Alright, just take a quick little break to grab a drink, and we will be back in just a second. I wanted to do. Yep. Yeah. I'll be back in just a second. Right, we are back. I have a drink. I've had a snack. And I'm dealing with garbage in the chat. Right. Oh god. Ooh. That aught I can assist you with, sir. The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Coerthas. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Waterford at Florental's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need the man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. You have come in search of Waterford? Well, wet, or you have found him. Indeed, I served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Coerthas. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. 'Twas on the eve of the battle of Carthano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Coerthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help. To obtain them, you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The High Houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I'll have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare? And what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How observe, as if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Hello, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as is. And where in the hell's that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have been returned ages ago. Perhaps I may have use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy that they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are not without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Something we might do off stream, is get our Grand Company ranking up. So I will look at getting some of the side quests done for the Maelstrom and some of the side quests done just around the world that isn't tied to MSQ after this, between now and Sunday, if I've got time. But yeah, I shall see what we'll do, and hopefully I might be a little bit of a higher rank when you next see me. The gentleman come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records, which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist in your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Fallamore, up above. Up the stairs we go. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall in the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship. Pardon the intrusion, Fallamore. I wish to speak to you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had guests. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandair's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Coerthas 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Coerthas. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge. Next, find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandair in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. You there, sir. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform me a favour in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in that vicinity. If you could seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Of course, I think one of my hunt logs are there. One of my Grand Company hunting log targets are there. Essentially keep heading straight towards it, go through the weird doom-like cave, and we'll be there. Yep, thought so. Astrologian. What a relief to see someone other than God's damned Birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of house Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. Right, no need to be so rude about it, mate. Up the stairs we go again. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Travanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honour bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's record. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Down the stairs we go! Haha! You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save the night, now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses? I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. While you have performed 2 acts, you would have endorsed me to you. You would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. Here. You would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid one final time. Would you agree? Now, I understand you are very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due to the west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance that there is any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to the House Hallenart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. One box of stolen wares. Two boxes of stolen wares. 3 boxes of... Oh my god, what are these people? Three boxes of stolen wares. I love the fact the music drops out. Alright. Have you good tidings to share, or better yet, stolen merchandise to share? God's bless you, friend. It's all here, every last... Ah, but wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hell, so that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me, a draconian rosary in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet, perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Alente. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Asgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Hallenarte for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. Visitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak of him of an Edelweiss. He will know you for a friend. Now go. And now for the best line that you'll ever see. Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? I see Sir Carol Lord has not forgotten my mother's favourite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Coerthas since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. You're about to get mugged. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the Draconian Rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, or if they harbour even the slightest doubt, this will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper I recommend you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship, I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Horschafon of House Forton commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive for your needs. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-travelled adventurer. You are come to pay your respects, be at ease. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself, but enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you've come here. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah yes, the letter made mention of pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might that be? So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Coerthas before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses of those events. But while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carcano, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Forton. As you have doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Forton included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to your cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were making inquiries of your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Forton, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travellers. There is also Cravelin of House Halenard, who may be found at Skyfire Rocks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to pass. Have you spoken to the chief astrologian of House Durandane yet? Really? Perhaps he will be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Forton. Do not concern yourself with House Simel. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned, and return to me when finished. I've already come here, apparently, at some point. My knees, they're broken. Why, hello, good sir. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Forton does. Or if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Talent have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Hello and grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A lord of Howell? Yeah. A friend of Lord Horchefort? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Halonerto into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. He thinks I'm not getting any help until I've sorted out the heresy issues. And you know what they say? The only good heretic is a dead heretic. Ha ha ha! I gather you have been busy since we last spoke. Lord Horchefort's missive was positively glowing. If you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, you are sorely mistaken. We are at war, sir, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since the Inquisitor Guilherme arrived in Coerthas, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of the Ishgardian society. If Lord Horchefort wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his follies, then he is truly blind to the present state of affairs. Ow, my chocobo's knees. Auto run. You're on a pedal. There we go. By all countenance, I take it you did not learn of anything of use. Nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Coerthas is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard provide... We can only hope that my sources in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north towards the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I am not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. I've got some very bad news for you. They do indeed need help. Who goes there? Ardbert? No, stayed back. A fiend is still here. What fiend? Alone being praised, you did it, but what are the others? The 3 knights who accompany me, where are they? No one over here. Can't remember. Who here? Confound it all. How are we to redeem House Halenate when we can't even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, sir. House Halenate will remember your kindness. I heard the beast's cries from over yonder. Then Lord Francel is safe? Bless you, sir. Bless you. No, I'm not trying to look up there, scared. What are you saying? Curse those fiends. It's as though we knew we were coming. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halenate that yielded the Steel Vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat were here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We have been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy. Despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. What did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I have news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. Become common knowledge that he paid a visit to Lord Francel at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance for fear of being seen in the company of a man who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear, given the zeal with which Inquisitor Gwilling has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francel's name, and by association yours. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francel's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the Draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. Though it was found in a locked chest labelled as the property of Lord Francel, the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak to Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Coerthas, though he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. There, I thought I saw a mount above me. I did not. I was seeing things. Eh? Someone tampering with shipments? Fury strike me down if all them rosaries found in people's possessions were planted. Hey now, don't you give me that look, lad. I'm a house Highlandard, hey man, through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters that were bringing the shipment did it though. I know most of them that work the trade routes, and I've never had good cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it. Eh? Could it have been the fellas that were responsible for the inspections? Huh, Ishgardian knights and inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but you should question them. As a crew come into Dragonhead from Whitebrim Fort this morning, you might consider having a word with them. Beg your pardon, you suspect that we ports have been planting draconian rosaries and house hollow nails for shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such an option, search our parcels and see what you find. Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. But that's impossible. Once the knight at Whitebrim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been the culprit, I would never have allowed you to search for shipments. Say what you will to Lord Warshuffle, I will not be held accountable to this. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? More draconian rosaries in every single parcel bound for Skyfire Locks? That beggars belief. Even if the Inquisitors Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully Lord House Hylanar's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand, and praise alone that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us. We must act now if we are to clear his name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Hylanar were heretics. At last we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for Lord the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Brigitte. Tell her that House Fortom asks, nay, demands that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. What is it, my child? Lord Horchefort would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillain presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not, if Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Halone's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. They have taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop? This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die. Ardbert, I will dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall proceedings until such time as I am able to join you. Petition Inquisitor Guillain in person. I will endeavour not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Ooh, itchy leg. Hail, Ardbert. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must be prepared to defend ourselves. Oh, I'm prepared, alright. Jocelyn Charlemont Francel de Hylanart, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defense? Hear me, brothers, these charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service of the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Halone to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of the gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Halone's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their draken forms and be put to the sword. In the name of House Fortom, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Horchefort. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as full re-examination of the facts can be conducted. Lord Horchefort has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbour private doubts I might have allowed, but that he would dare interfere with legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See, I cannot. To defy the will of an Inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them off until Lord Horchefort arrives, Ardbert, and remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, but this trial, like many others, I fear, have been orchestrated by enemies of the House Hylanart. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man, what proof have you of this? By the Fury, a draconian rosary, for the knight who refused to yield, it was he who summoned the Withen. A heretic in the ranks of Temple Knights, this has grave implications. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Horshafon. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francois, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which brought you to Coerthas, Ardbert. Pray locate your errand ship and use it. Lord Horshafon, I would not have the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save mine? Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard, and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped of your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hylanart. Praise alone, it did not come to that, but it profits us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Ardbert. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Oh, God. You look well, Ardbert. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skilled warrior. Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honour of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his Withen. House Fortom and House Hylanart shall never forget your service. Now, let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. The man with knowledge of the enterprise awaits you outside. I pray this information proves useful to you. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior. Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Coerthas several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall a small vessel came in from the direction of Gridania and landed near the stone vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Horshafon is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few. In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Ah, so you've located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillmorna, House of Whitebrim Front, and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice, so I suggest that you request Lord Francel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Ardbert. May Helone guide you. Wonderful to see you again, Ardbert. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Name it. But the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by a House Highland. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Drevanian horde caught us unawares. The fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt my words will carry much weight with Lord Drillmon. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The cravens who attempted to destroy House Highlanars have yet been unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbour great hatred towards us, and towards you now as well. Back to the auto run. And to White Brim Fort. You desire an audience with Lord Drillmon, do you? I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make so. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Horchefort and Francois, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious? Do what to do. Your timing could not have been worse, Traveller. Lord Drillmon's attentions are focused solely on Stone Vigil at present. In any case, it is not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Alboise. Yes, Sir Alboise can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. The Brunadier bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillmon hasn't the time to spend speaking with a low-ranking knight such as I. However, he has a moment to spare for Hectorian Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Are you here to visit a patient, sir? What's this? Letters of introduction for House Fortom and Highland Art? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks to speak with Sir Gordonneau. He should know Lord Drillmon's current whereabouts. What reasons have you for barging into? Oh, I see, but you're in Lord Drillmon. Yeah. Lord Drillmon is just up these stairs. Little or no, though, I would not expect much. Whilst House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You had best state your intentions quickly and succinctly, show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Sir Gordon opened your passage? Very well, speak. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Syria yourself? We are the scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Drillmore. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We are come to Coerthas to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we now seek an enterprise, the airship of Master Sid Nan Garland, who stands before you now. Master Garland, you're alive? That's impossible. Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not who they'd be not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandare marshals his forces to retake Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since the Calamity, and 2 scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that the House Durandare would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone's Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Conquistor. For a moment I nearly believed this man's fast. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you can declare your true intentions as well. It could be moons before House Durandare purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Ardbert, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillmorn's trust. Understood? You the lad responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in Whitebrim Fort. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillmorn's mind? But if there's one thing I've learned about a man in my time here, is that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks, and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contained no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy trail meat. Wouldn't be a quality meal, true, but it'd be a damn sight better than nothing. If you're of a mind to lend a hand, why not wait a lurking mud puppy in Danafin Pass and take this bottle of vinegar? Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Head off this way around. Oh. Aha! Off we go. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Oh dear, remind me never to wander away from that puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Anyway, this should take a moment. I'll just need to do this, and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and up above. You there, lad. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together, and let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it will be my pleasure to oblige you. Yes, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I have the strength of 10 men and their wits besides. Aye, I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. We ought at least to receive a hearty meal before we march off to dine this god-forsaken waste. That a fresh-cooked steak? Halone's blessing be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance? You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? Ah, but I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Sonota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. Beg your pardon, sir, but I am busy attending to this man. I will be with you in a moment. Is that... Come to think of it, it has been a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. Might I have a word with you, Ardbert? It says the chirurgeons. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means for me to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I required to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. They are commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures. There is a way to alter their properties so that they draw the cold within rather than radiate it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. This man's talking gobbledygook. Oh yes, I got the phantom issue from what's their face? From that Moogle over in Gridania. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. What an amazing device, but is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder. Where thee, the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for this generosity comes at a cost. Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. I could just shove the pointy section of my axe right up his butt. It'll make this so much quicker. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reason, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. Before we can persuade Lord Drillmond to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Guilan that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Coerthas. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Front. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he'd formulate a strategy from there. Inquisitor Guillain? Yes, of course, I know of him. Alas, I have not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the White Night's Watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in darkness pitch as black. Black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I have lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end, Inquisitor Guillain rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, sir. I hope to one day repay his kindness. Inquisitor Gwalain, and with the fuckiest theme you speak, unbeliever. Aye, we have learned of your deeds at Witch Drop. I will not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Under Inquisitor Gwalain's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep. So great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Halone's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I had hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind, our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Tid tells me you have been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he is held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Albert. Mayhap they will provide insight into Inquisitor Gwalain's motivations. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate. Yes, but the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Front, I've seen no travellers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he glimpsed a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city, which would imply the Inquisitor came from the north of the eastern gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Sir Galore is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behaviour that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap chasing his steps will shed light into this mystery. Let's go down to the chasm and find a dead dragon. Why not bring the corpse with me? You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Gwalain. Newly come to Coerthas and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, for even if he were to behave oddly, who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, while this incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor, we have yet to discern his true identity, or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Ardbert, before he learns that his deception is being discovered. Since Lord Drillmorn has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of two high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Sir Galore with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the enterprise. We must go boldly where no one has gone before. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? The Inquisitor is an impostor? Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He is a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that is all a lie? If you are so certain of your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Sir Prunilla. She was there at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. You? I do not believe I know you, sir. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it. Naught at all. You know, don't you? Fury, take me, I prayed this day would come. When Sir Joloi gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him right then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I had never told another. He said if I kept his confidence, Sir Jalord and I would be spared. If I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an Inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Sir Jalord to the infirmary, and on his first night to Whitebrim Front, Inquisitor Gwalon was heralded a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral upstanding seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. But I wanted to confess to Lord Dramon, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats. So I did nothing, until Lord Francel was accused. Some time ago, I followed the Inquisitor and I found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So, I took several from his chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Highland Art, thus exonerating Lord Francel and casting doubt of the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Alone forgive me for not acting sooner. You silly woman. You should have gone straight to Drillmore. Dromon, I've got evidence that he's not who he says he is. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you free access to the Stone Vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. There had better be a very good explanation why you were carrying these rosaries. Where did you find this papal encyclical? Who would take me there? Inquisitor as a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. This evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. I have misjudged you and your friends, Ardbert, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Heralds take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded a heretic. If we hurry, there might still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Ardbert. Together we shall put an end to this impostor's heresy once and for all. Since you asked so nicely. Good to have you with us, sir. When Lord Drillmorn arrives, we are to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we will need to use force. Prepared for that eventuality? Let me shove this up his butt crack. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Halone's halls. Only the wicked. But why? Why must I die? But always, holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Halone. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillmorn, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer, Inquisitor Gwelane, and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Wishguard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I know no allegiance? No, Lord Drillmorn, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak of me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all of their lives. For all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by the dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillmorn, then come, let us see how Ishgardian's steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. That was easy. Who wants some more? My glamour's dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I have sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you let live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within Stone Vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim Front shall fall. By unto the last. Leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. Ardbert, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid affair business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time you were reunited with your heirship, but this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at Whitebrim Front, and bring your associates. Nod. And so the Inquisitor Gwalain has been slain. Where have you been, Ardbert? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, 'tis was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we have secured the Enterprise. As I am sure you will agree, it's past time we entered Stone Vigil. Pay Lord Bridgelmon a visit, remind him of his obligation to us. Sid and I will follow anon. Alphino is such a little bitch. We owe you all a great debt of gratitude. Had it not been for you, the heretics masquerading as Inquisitor Gwalain would still be among us, free to prey upon the innocent. I see now that I was fool to dismiss your claims out of hand, but you must understand, it seemed too much hope that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn still lived, saying nothing of Master Garland. Never have I been happier to be proven wrong. Well, it is gratifying to know that someone has derived a measure of enjoyment from your error. Now, if you have no further objections, we would appreciate it if you would permit us to enter the Stone Vigil and retrieve our airship. Yes, of course, it is the very least I can do, given all that you have done for us. But entering the outpost is the least of your concerns, I fear. You speak of the Trevanians that hold the ruin. In part, yes. I should explain. Shortly after you first arrived, I had my men scour the old records. They confirmed that an abandoned airship had been seized by the soldiers garrisoned at the Stone Vigil in the days following the calamity. As far as we've been able to ascertain, it was still in their custody when the outpost was overrun by dragons. Whether it was damaged or destroyed during the battle, I cannot say, nor can I give you any assurances that it has not been removed in the intervening years. Far too long, the ruin has served as a Trevanian foothold in Coerthas, from which they have struck out us with depressing regularity. Though we have pushed them back behind the walls, we have yet unable We have as yet been unable to drive them out, and I cannot say when the situation will change. Or how it will change. Forgive me, Lord Drillmon, but there is no guarantee that you will fail. In any event, we have not the time to wait. We will secure our property without Ishgardian aid. I see. Well, that may be for the best. I will inform Sir Nathalane of your impending visit. May Halone guide you. Something or other. Hail, Ardbert. Lord Drillmon has apprised me of the situation. You may enter the stone vigil whensoever you will. Well, I got a party real quick. We'll teleport to Camp Dragonhead, and we shall do another quick break just to grab another drink, and we will head on into the Stone Vigil in just a moment. And we are back, and we shall be continuing our fray. Give me, I just need to brush my hair. There we go. Continuing our foray into the Stone Vigil. Oi. One. Don't do a dungeon between Vigil and Garou. Oh. I'll wait for the party, the duty finder to pull up. While we wait for this to pop, I just need to check some things. The waiting game. Wow, we're over the average wait time. Oh boy, this wait is a bit of a poop. As we wait, why? I'm surprised that this hasn't procced yet for a tank, especially since you only need one. Oh, oh, DPS. We shall swagger on our Chucky Bear till it pops. And this wait time is doo-doo. Oh. I like how the average wait time's got up to 6 minutes, but we're still 9 minutes lapsed. Oh. Excellent. We are in. We have a sage, dancer, and a summoner. Where are you? Oh boy. Oh, this was gonna be Oh, this man's a pain in the booty. Oh, easy moves. And they're disconnecting. Jesus, what? That was awful. I need the orchestration roll. Give it to me. Go. We successfully completed the stone vigil. Uh, 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 ah. Five down, one to go. Ardbert, Ardbert, are you all right? Speak to me. "12 be praised. I feared the beast had injured you. I see now why the others rated you so highly. When you were caught in the midst of that etheric bubble with the dragon, I was all but certain my next mission would be to find a new champion. Thank the gods for sparing me that inconvenience. I have quite enough to do already. Which reminds me, Sid is working on the Enterprise as we speak. Let us go see what he has to say." "What say you, Sid? Will she fly?" "Yes, though it will not be a pleasant ride." "Well, I dare say it will be no more unpleasant than staying here. 'Tis a pity the Enterprise is not in better state, but if she will allow us to quit this place, I shall not complain. If all are in agreement, let us return to Gridania. Though I would like nothing more than to set course for the Howling Eye, it is plain that the Enterprise is in no condition to weather the storm. We must needs be repaired if we are to proceed with our mission." This is all so familiar. I know this airship. If I could just... it's no use. Let's go. Now I long... how I have longed for the more agreeable climate of Twelswood. Yet I will not deny the Holy See had its charms. Endless detours aside, our Ishgardian jaunt proved quite an adventure. Alas, our work is far from done. We still have an airship to repair and a primal to slay. No rest for the heroic, eh? I have no idea who I am or what I do, but I like your magic words, Magic Man. It calms me to look at her. As though I've been reunited with a part of me I never knew was missing. Hardly surprising, you did design and build her. I bear good news. The Seed Seers have granted our request to house the Enterprise. It may take as long as she requires to repair her. Of course, it would be rank folly to take one moment more than we require. Garuda, lest we forget, grows stronger by the hour. If we are to have any hope of wresting this benighted realm from her talons, it must needs be soon. Though I am no expert on the workings of an airship, it seems plain to me that the Enterprise suffered much from her time in the wilderness. Am I not correct, Sid? You are. Frankly, it's a miracle she carried us this far. As you know, the Howling Eye is encircled by a raging tempest, apt to turn proud trees to matchwood. Our battle will end before it begins if the Enterprise cannot weather the storm. Given time, I believe I can fully repair her. But if this tempest is as fearsome as you say, even that might not be it. Confound it, there must be a way to brave the fury of the elements. The elements, but of course, that's it. Work upon the element itself. Using the power of corrupted crystal, we could clear a path through the storm and spare the Enterprise a battering. I see. You propose to utilize the properties of crystal to alter the elemental aspect of the barrier. It seems so childishly simple in retrospect. Though mayhap not to you, Ardbert, we speak of the manifestation of over-aspected ether that can be found throughout Eorzea. Since the calamity disrupted the land's etheric currents, such crystals have become comparatively commonplace, which has been a cause of great woe, as they are known to warp etheric engines, including those of living organisms. Point is, we could theoretically use corrupted crystals to convert the wind aspect of the ether comprising Garuda's barrier into either of another aspect, one that she cannot control. With certain modifications, the Enterprise should be able to deliver us to the Howling Eye in comfort, however hard Garuda blows. But we are getting ahead of ourselves. All this rests upon our ability to procure a crystal with the necessary properties. Have you any idea where we might require one? No, but I do know a man who might, a scholar by the name of Lambertine, who resides in Camp Tribone. Strange as it sounds, I met him during my time at the church. Well, Mark's me, suppose. Whether out of pity or for want more of a willing listener, he would talk to me for hours at a time about his etheric studies, corrupted crystals being his pet subject. It was a result of these conversations that poor Marquis was observed to possess an uncommon knack for theoretical science. Ardbert, I need you to return to Thanalan and seek out this scholar. Sid and I will set about repairing the Enterprise in your absence. To Camp Tribone! Why yes, I am Professor Lambertine. Beg pardon, you wish to hear about my research on corrupted crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow man of science. Ah, so rare is it to find fellow intellectuals in this region. It is even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards scientific pursuits. But to the matter of hand, you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, man, at least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure of its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you will seek within this watered pot to protect yourself from this deleterious effects, though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to a Hasako. A student of mine monitoring the flow either at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you to the finer points of crystal harvesting. Aha, hoo 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 hee. Ihibaru and Hahasako. Hahasako at the top here. Stairs. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertine. You thieving knave, I shall call the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you. Then he must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. Oh, frabjous day, Kalu Kale, that I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Hasaku, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with the bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that naught but a perfect piece will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amid the flowing waters and the murderous Muronites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster, placed within the warded pot, and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of Burning Wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Hehehe. Aha. Oh, I do not like that sound in my ears. Why are you so loud? I've done. Ouch. Go. And there is the perfect specimen they were talking about. up we go. Head back to Hahasaku. And we'll, I think we get 3 crystals? I can't remember how many we actually get. I know we finish in Aleport, because that gives us the synced encounter. But I can't remember if there was one between here and that. I see you've come galumphing back. Have the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Once we've got this delivered... My keen scholar's senses tell me you've obtained a corrupted crystal, am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal... it is as you desired, a corrupted crystal flowing within wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use the crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear. That might become problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intent, I would never have sent you to Hahasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, man. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal we collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Valdesian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not sequels, of course. I would never be so bold to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Unfortunately, one of my other students, Siana, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Now that made an amusing note. It was western Lenosia. Pharos Sirius on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Siana's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you are unprepared for the task. Right, Zaiport, and then we go to... We will get here, and we shall call it for the night. And I shall look at how I can slap together the 2 VODs, otherwise I will just upload them both tonight and have tomorrow be a double whammy for VODs. Like I said, I'll see if I get any time to potentially get some grand company sorted for Ardbert. Corrupted crystals? Sir, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes. If you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the Professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gosh, just listening to prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the Professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharos Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I have yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umber is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting the information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. And that is where we shall leave it for the day. Again, back on Sunday. As the just music's just decided to cut out in a creepy manner. Okay. Yes. I'm not gonna fuss about fiddling about with the 2 VODs. I will upload both VODs for tomorrow. I will have them released about half-hour apart, just so that they release in the correct order. Thank you for joining in, and I shall see you Monday.